Attacking is one of the most important mechanics in Brawl Stars, and that's why I decided to win in every single game mode without using my main attack, with the last game mode being pretty much impossible. Starting off with number 6, Solo Showdown. I knew this mode was gonna be the easiest since I only needed to be in the top 4 players for it to count as a win. In the first game I lost because I was surrounded by like 5 people who were all targeting me while I couldn't even attack. In the second game I won, but it was kinda cheating since all I did was camping in a bush. So I decided that for it to count as a win, I also need to get at least 1 kill. After another few attempts, I managed to get into this game where Brock was low, so I jumped on him and got the kill, and I was top 4, so Solo Showdown is now complete. Next up we have Gem Grab. The first game was against bots, so it doesn't count. Then we had a really close game where we first got the gems, then they reset the timer. I nearly got the kill on Mortis, but we managed to win, but it doesn't count since I didn't do any kills. Then here I put a lot of pressure staying behind the wall, making it impossible for them to advance, and I collected the gems. Me and Surge then had enough gems, so we went back and I just stayed in the bush and I managed to get a kill. I nearly got a double kill, but Surge stole it. Now it's time for number 4, where things really get hard. Brawl Ball. Also, I changed the rule for Brawl Ball so that I don't have to do a kill, but I have to score a goal instead. It might seem easy, but it's actually really hard because I can't use my main attack, so I have to walk the ball in. In the first few games of Brawl Ball, I either got completely destroyed or I won, but I didn't score any goals. After about 30 minutes of playing, I got into a game where I actually scored the goal and won. But it didn't count because on the first goal I by accident used my main attack. But then it kept happening, loss after loss. Games where I won but didn't score. So I decided to quit and go back the next day. But new day also means new map. On the first game, I did some crazy dodges and somehow managed to barely score. But I still lost because of these terrible randoms. Then after a bit more playing, I got this crazy round where I walked the ball completely from one side to the other. This Leon seems like a bot, but he's actually a real player. Sadly, the other team scored, but we still came back and scored another goal. So we finally completed Brawl Ball, but we still have 3 more game modes left, with the next one being Bounty. Once again, I added a new rule for Bounty, saying that I can't die a single time. In the first game, we were against the Wendy. Stop releasing broken brawlers, greedy Sal. In the second game, I won. I even got 2 kills with Max. No, I'm just joking since I have to use my main attack to deal damage with Max. And there was also bots. Did you really think it would be that easy? Then a few games later, I had one of the most intense matches I have ever seen. We were losing 18-9, so if anyone in our team died, we would lose. Brock used an amazing hyper charge and got a second kill on Crow and somehow survived against the Mortis, and Leon finished. But it didn't count since I died, so I stopped and came back another day. I was tired of losing, so I decided to lock in and do some crazy dodges. Am I a pro player? How am I dodging that good? This is absolute cinema. Sadly, I missed my gadget and the NBA sniped me. If I didn't die, I would have completed Bounty. Then next round, I was so close of winning. We were 8-9. I hadn't died a single time, but then I died. I thought we were gonna lose anyways, but somehow Jean got a kill and we won, so if I didn't die, I would have completed Bounty. Then, after hours of playing, Piper managed to completely carry, doing so many kills. She kept doing kills, I was putting pressure by moving up, and Piper just finished the kill. Mortis was a complete troll though. so we might lose, but luckily we in fact did win. Piper completely carried on bounties complete thanks to her. Then the second hardest game mode is Hot Zone. On the first game I already got an AFK tick. Then after 15 minutes of playing, I got a Wendy in my team. Wendy completely carried us and we won. But even though I didn't add any certain rules to Hot Zone because or else it would take too long, I decided to not count that as a win since Wendy is completely broken and Edgar even went AFK and turned into a bot. I soon regretted that later. After I lost more games, I decided to stop and come back the next day. On the first game, I got a great dog that kept hearing me, and he even gave me his hypercharged hot dog. Sadly, we lost because Tick was useless. Even though I couldn't attack, in most games I was the one taking the hot zone since my teammates were always so bad. I felt I was playing quite bad, so I decided to lock in once again and become the pro max player again. Just look at these crazy dodges. Sadly, my teammates aren't as good as me and they charge to lose super. And then Ems walks into the super, dying. I needed to take the hot zone back, so I decided to dodge some more. So it wasn't the best dodges, but it was okay. The team keeps dying. The only reason why the blue zone is so high up is because I'm carrying. I always dodge everything. Sadly, I went into lose super and he gadgeted me. Like usual, my teammates are terrible. But finally, after hours of attempting, BB finally saved the day and actually carried. It was a fairly close match, but I finally got good hand-ins. Edgar also got a triple kill. We were able to win by just 8%, completing Hot Zone. And the final mode is duels. Now you might be wondering, how am I supposed to win in duels if I can't use my main attack? It is possible, but it's extremely hard since you have to use a gadget that either pushes back or that deals damage and let the other person die in the storm. For the challenge to be possible, I made it so I am allowed to win against bots, but it's still extremely hard. At the start, I chose Spike for his damage gadget and ENZ and Jean for their pushback gadgets. My plan was to stay in the bush the entire game and hope that the enemies would be pushed into the storm. But sadly it didn't work and I lost like 10 games in a row. After all those losses, I changed to Brock, Grave and Colt. Then, after about an hour of playing, I got into the game with this person. Instead of killing me, he decided to team with me, and I actually won the first round. He also teamed with me in the second round too, so I thought he was going to let me win. But in the end, he killed me 3 times. After so many tries and different brawlers, I ended up winning my first round with Edgar. I lost the other 2 rounds, but it gave me hope that this challenge was actually possible. Then, only a few games later, I got another kill with Edgar on this Ems. I damaged her with my super, then she died from the storm. I lost once again, but I felt I was getting close to completing this challenge. After a lot more trying, I came up with the composition Edgar, Kit and Chuck. And on the enemy team, I got the perfect composition since they had brawlers that don't do much damage. At the start, I just placed my supers on the ground. I managed to damage him and then I got the kill. In round 2, I did the same thing. I first damaged him with my super and then finished him off. But sadly, in round 3, Leon did a lot of damage and killed me. I tried jumping on him with Kit, but he did too much damage and then killed me too. There was just Edgar left. If I lose this, I would have to spend multiple hours again looking for a good matchup. So I hypercharged, then I waited for him to die in storm, I gadgeted, and I got the kill. I finally beat duels. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to watch more videos.